Welcome to the Mutual Fund Casino. In this video, I want to talk about how trying to pick mutual funds can actually be a lot like casino gambling. The house always wins. Let's start with an analogy. Let's say you have a game that you have the option to play. The game goes as follows. You pick a number from 1 to 4 out of a hat. If you pick a 4, you win $100. Otherwise, you lose $100. So the question is, would you ever play this game? Now, for most rational people, the answer is a resounding no. I mean, think about it. Why would you ever play a game where you only have a 25% chance of winning $100, but you have a 75% chance of losing $100? Think about it. If you pick a 4, you get $100, but if you pick a 1, 2, or 3, you lose $100. So that's a 75% chance of a loss. This game does not make sense to most individuals. In fact, most casinos will give you much better odds than 25% on your money. So that is the important first thing to understand here. Now, how does this tie into mutual funds? Well, the statistic is that 75% of actively managed mutual funds will underperform the benchmark index. And what I mean by the benchmark index is the S&P 500. So if a mutual fund is tracking the S&P 500, there's a 75% chance that if it's actively managed, it's going to underperform that index. And that's due to things like trading costs and expensive management fees. You got to pay these mutual fund managers hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And you don't even know if they're going to produce a return. They take the fee no matter what. So the problem here is that even though 25% might outperform in a given year, those 25% change on a year-to-year basis. And no one has been able to come up with a way to figure out which mutual funds are going to overperform and underperform in a given year. So what is the alternative? Well, the alternative is passively managed index funds that track the benchmark. So instead of trying to beat the benchmark, just buy up the benchmark, buy the S&P 500 index. This way, you get exposure to the stock market and you minimize your fees. That's the important thing. Any gains that you get to keep the vast majority of them. On my website, www.kanjo.com, I actually have videos talking more about mutual funds and index funds and some of the differences between these types of investment vehicles. So I highly recommend you go and check that out if you don't know too much about it and you want to learn a little bit more. But I hope this video has helped you understand why picking mutual funds can be very difficult and why index funds might be a very good alternative for you as an individual investor. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to tuning in with you next time.